Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy P Funk. Thinking right out here in my lab. Got a nice little lesson for you today. I'm gonna play a little Masonic game with you. This is called esoteric teaching. It's going how this concept is spiritual growth comes from spiritual death. That's Masonic law. Let's talk about it. Rightism, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. There's always a message in my stories for life. I give life lessons. You tuning in to receive them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking is way of life through mental, spiritual enlightenment. Spiritual enlightenment. Okay. Excuse me. Right thinking mission is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a spiritual, higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Okay. Now, right thinking way of life through mental and spiritual discipline practice daily will help and guide you to obtain your spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. See where we're going with this? Let's get that together. So I asked the question, do you know you? You will when I'm through. That's what I do for you. It's rhetorical, but you don't have to answer for yourself. Tune in. I got you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not, is foolish. Disregard them. Don't be them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do. For you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinker, know thyself and always truth. Oh yeah, be true. Yeah, sorry about that. Okay. Right thinkers, P Funk philosophy says spiritual growth comes from spiritual death. It's a Masonic concept, esoteric teaching to get you to know to kill the order for you to bring the new you. I got to kill the old you. So let's go. It's all metaphorical. All right, philosophical. How you want to look at it? All right. Before you can grow spiritually, you have to die emotionally and egotistically. Your personality. That's the old you. You come here to change. That's the purpose of what? Knowing thyself. You change it from not knowing yourself to knowing yourself. My job is to get you to know yourself. So I'm teaching a philosophy that you can practice. Ego spirit is your ignorant self, and that's who running you. If you don't control you, your spirit, your ego self will. And that means you have no spiritual knowledge. That means you're spiritually dead. You walking dead. Why? You running on ego. Ain't nothing spiritual about you. People who love materialistic things, people who love wanting everything their way, people who love physical pleasures, they're all ego mentality. There ain't nothing spiritual about that. Spirit is the invisible, the things that you don't see, feel, taste, or touch. All right. So I have to kill you to what? Enlighten you, meaning with knowledge and understanding. I'm going to kill the ignorance of you and enlighten you with the information so that you can know you. That's the difference. It's all a philosophical concept. So you can know what? Yourself. That means death to the person who didn't know himself. He got to die. The ego. A lot of people say, kill the ego. No, I ain't with the killing. Just controlling. Just putting in a position where it will serve you. You're going to need the ego. Trust me. All right. I will raise you from what? Spiritual death, ignorance, to spiritual enlightenment. With what? Knowledge of self. Now you can live and be your best self. Why? You have knowledge. Without knowledge, it's hard to do anything. Ignorant people don't advance well. In order for you to grow spiritually, you have to die spiritually, metaphorically, not physically. I mean, when people ask Masons, well, if I knew secrets of Mason, they tell you, if I tell you a secret, I gotta kill you. And symbolically and metaphorically, but the people don't understand that. Oh, I gotta die, you gonna kill me, so they don't, that don't make much sense to them. All right. But when you believing is being spiritually dead or ignorant. Why? we don't subscribe to belief in God. You need to know God. You need to know yourself. Knowing yourself is knowing God. Knowing God is knowing yourself. So if you're ignorant of God, you're ignorant of yourself. And if you're ignorant of yourself, you're ignorant of God. It goes both ways. All right. So my goal is to get you to become what? Enlightened to what? Knowledge of what? God and yourself. So believing is that you're ignorant. And that's okay. But some people don't mind believing. And they satisfied with a belief system. That's all y'all who follow religion. I don't want to believe jack. I want to know. Knowing thyself is being spiritually alive, enlightened, raised from the dead level of ignorance to the living level of knowledge. I'm trying to do a little different. I know that, but I want to make sure I get the same concept. It's free to everybody use the concept. Okay. Oh, you talking about Mason? I ain't giving the password. Come on, man, stop. Okay. But again, half y'all don't study anyway. You wouldn't know what I'm talking about. I see spiritually dead people. Don't get that. I see dead people spiritually. I see a bunch of dead people. If you're ignorant spiritually, you are dead. You living, yeah, but you spiritually, you dead as a doornail. That's the situation. And that's what the powers that be want a bunch of dead zombies walking around where they can control, manipulate, and do what they want to do to you. So, to be spiritually ignorant is dead. Okay? People who are walking daily can't help themselves. Okay? I can't help them. Why? They hell bent like the Matrix. You see in the Matrix, they walking through people just going through the motions. Everybody got their own thing that they're going through. Okay? And that's the reality of it. But if you don't take stock in you can be just like them. You're no different. Okay? And in Masonic law, that's why I got this from the idea. Everybody have to die. Oh, yeah, that's perfectly called for. But they killing off the ignorant person and raising you on the level of enlightenment to what? The perpendicular on the square, get you straight up and down. Okay, instead of horizontal. Ignorance is horizontal. You ain't going nowhere. You need to get vertical so you can rise. All right, this is all esoteric, hidden message, occult teaching that serve anybody. Anybody can use it. You ain't gotta go join no lies to no Masonic knowledge. I got a buttload of it. And I give it to you on a regular basis. You don't even know. And half the people who practice it, because they don't study or learn, they don't know I keep my book. Okay, I'm a bookworm. I stay in the book. All right. Again, in the Masonic law, to teach you how we're going to kill the old you and raise up the new. That's become a different person. Self-improvement, whatever. But yeah, I agree with it. I've been there. I practiced it. I know it. So, again, death is not the end. Only the end of one's phase to get to the next phase of life. We think because we're ignorant, and human beings think they're going to die, and the physical body will die, and ignorant people will die with it. That's dying twice, okay? But if you become conscious and know who you really are, you know that what's inside me can't die, okay? So, to you spiritually ignorant, dead, egoistic people, death is the end for you. And no, you're going to come back again. You just won't come back, okay? But the spirit will come back again. Why? You didn't do your job. So you died, spirit had to come back and get another body, hope they can work it out. That's the concept, okay? So if you're ignorant, you're going to die. If you was to get spiritually enlightened, something he didn't do, before you die, now you will learn how to what? Beat death. Why? That's what they mean by cheating death. Beat him. No. Live good, be righteous, and pass the judgment day, and death had to go by somebody else. Why? You pass. You go on to the next life. That's what they taught. That's what they believe, and that's what they practice. Now, is it right or wrong? We won't know. Okay? But you have a choice to make. I'm taking my shot with what they did. If I'm wrong, okay, so be it. It won't be the first time, but I'm prepared for that. Are you? See? Everybody hoping and praying that they get to heaven. No, do the stuff you need to do in your life to get there. That's how you guarantee your position. Punch your own ticket. By what? Living right. Win daily. Enoch, again, y'all misinterpret that thing again. He was so good and righteous that he, at Judgment Day, he passed, so he went up to God. He went straight to heaven. They didn't tell you that part. But yeah, the man was righteous, good guy, and he got his just due. Y'all just misinterpret the concept. So yeah, but yeah, he walked with God all his life, and when it was all said and done, he walked right on into heaven, passed the judgment and everything, and escaped death. Okay, only the ignorant die. Death to all spiritually ignorant people. But death is not to the spiritual light. And why? It's just another phase on their spiritual journey to what? To get to the afterlife. The afterlife is after this physical. The physical is the test. This is the test that you have to pass by what? Gaining knowledge of self, reaching self-mastery, whatever you want to call it, becoming anointed, whatever. But it's through the righteous living and doing the things that you need to do to appease your higher self. That's the eye that sees all. That's what you watch your heart. That's why I wear it there. Put it there. I'm conscious of that. All right. So when you realize that in the flesh, now you're good to go. Why? Death. You don't fear death no more. Oh, I can't die. Yeah, there you go. In the dream, you can't die. See. But when you know thyself, spiritual enlightenment, living right in the human life before you die, you're reading. You're getting ready for what? Death to go. In order to get to the afterlife, you got to leave this life. You can't go to the afterlife until this was over. Okay? So that's another part of the game. It's a process. It's a process. It ain't going to change for you or nobody else. The process is what it is. Like nature, it ain't going to change and acquiesce for you. You better roll with it or get rolled over by it. Your ego self have to be controlled, a.k.a. killed, in order for you to grow spiritually and mentally. The ego is a mental concept. It is destroying your ability to what? Think right and do right and be right. God. It thinks it's God. It thinks it's the higher self. And that's why you got to, what? Don't kill it. No, it's a good servant. Hell of a servant. You just got to put it in the servant position. You got to make him say uncle and put him in position where he works for you. Like a dog, you got to show who the master is. If he can run over you, you can master him. Okay, that's the dominance is also important. As a parent, I wanted to put just enough fear in me and them to do the right thing. Fear me for that purpose. Yeah, I'm the one who pass judgment on you. I'm the one who's going to punish you. That's what parenting is. Preparing them for the world. That's what I said there for her too. She knew your uncle, that conscious mind, that evil doer, he's going to come for you. Okay, your ego is going to come for you. At a certain point in time, he's going to step in. You better be ready. If not, he's going to take over you and you run your life. A lot of people running by ego right now don't know it. Swear to God, they don't have a clue. So knowing yourself will take care of that ego problem. That's why you have to put him in check. Don't kill him. All right. So if you want, and they had to fight. But Seth and her were fighting. I said had a chance to kill him. She didn't. Pissed off Haru. He cut her head off. You can't kill the ego. Ego can't die. He's just gonna give in. He ain't dying. Okay, he's God. Okay, in his own rights. So, if you want to reach self-mastery, you have to master the ego. You have to master your ego. That starts from the emotions, your concepts, your wrong thing, everything that's wrong and bad. You have to conquer those things. If you can't stop doing something that you know is wrong, it's going to be hard for you to become a self-master. If you can't control your own discipline yourself to do things that you know is wrong, oh, I can't help you. You need some real higher up help. Why? You got to get stronger in your discipline and doing what's right for you. I don't know what's right for you. I do what's right for me. I construct you on what should be right and how I do it, but I don't know what's right for you. You should make that decision for yourself. Again, your ego has to go, AKA, had to be put in check, not killed. Okay, no. He's a good ally. And King Solomon, I just did a lesson with some people I met yesterday, wrote down the idea of King Solomon, genius. Why? He never fought a war. That's genius. Why? He married all the princes, all his adversaries, all his enemies. He married all their daughters. They became family. Family don't fight family. That was ancient time and biblical concept. I get it, but yeah. But the philosophy behind it makes a lot of sense. Genius. That's what he said. He was smart. No, he was wise because he did that. Not because he got a bunch of wives and boy. We don't get the inside stuff. We get the esoteric stuff. We don't get the true meaning of nothing. Y'all just take face value and you think you got something and they love it. Why? Because that's ignorance. That's what ignorance do. Y'all grab a little stuff, snatch and run. Think you got something. You ain't got nothing left to hold everything right here. You can get a whole store if you want to. You do it the right way. Like the cow, the two bulls on the mountain. He said, jump out to the old head. Let's run down there and get them cows. He said, no. He said, no, run down there and get one of them cows. He said, no, how about we walk down there and get all the cows? See, old heads know a little more than the young ones. That's why it's good to converse. That's why you wasn't born old. You was born young. Okay, you're gonna get old if you make good decisions in your life. If not, you're gonna die young. They say the good die young. No, they kill the good young people. So I didn't want to be that good. I don't want to be that good old. They kill old people too. All right. But your ego is one hell of a servant. The best thing you gonna have is your ego. Why? He the one gonna fight off the evil for you. He evil. Okay, he's just a little uncouth. But once you cool from him, put in position, oh, he gonna fight evil to the end. He like the honey badger. All right. He's your best and your worst enemy. He's your best servant, but he's your worst leader. Like that guy we got in the White House right now. He should be leading nothing. Not a. Oh, he don't. He turned the White House to the Ringling Brothers Circus. They gonna have NASCAR. They gonna have fights. He think he Caligula. He have his own empire in the White House. Indy wanted to do something in Washington for 25 years. They told him no. Why do you think that is? He want to rearrange the whole town just so he can have some damn car race. Man, take that crap out to the field. We ain't interested. Trump, yeah. So they gonna have India war. That guy on the hook. Bad leadership at its best. But that's what I'm saying. If the ego's in control, this is what you're gonna get. Perfect example. I like to use him as an example for anything that's wrong. I can go right to him. That's low-hanging fruit. An easy example. Only for educational purposes. I ain't got could care less, but the stuff that this guy's doing, unbelievable, unheard of. And ain't nobody stopping him. I'm laughing. I'm saying, y'all surprised? He's the clown. He's a ringmaster. This is a circus to him. And he's the one-man circus leader. He's leading the band. Everybody follow him. I said, the bad part is, he got a bunch of people following him. He got just as many people following him as he got not liking him. Unbelievable. But again, that's the power of free will. All right. But again, ignorance. When you, where we at? Ignorance, okay. Your ego's okay. But now, as long as my ego was in control over me when I was spiritually dead, I did a whole bunch of stuff. It was wrong, but I did a whole bunch of stuff. Why? That's what I do. I'm gonna do whatever I do. And when it was wrong, I still did it. And as long as I was doing good, wrong things, my ego was in charge. And it was happy, content. Why? It's getting what it wants. Please, money, women, everything. It's happy. But when I had to go to prison, where the ego? He left. He skipped town. Where my ego at? Oh, I was humble. I was meek. All that back and forth. That stuff is gone. The ego said, he pulled around Crandon. Humming. So the ego only good when it's getting what it wants. That's my concept. That's my point. But watch this. And when I got locked up, the ego left. Again, he don't stay around. And Carl Jung, the psychiatrist, proved that theory to me because when he was studying hospice, every one of the people, and we've been watching some forever, the bad guy, the tough guy, rah. Every time it's time to take his, he bitch up. That's the ego. The ego's a bitch. Okay? All you ego-living people, y'all bitches. Why? Because y'all ain't gonna stand up when you have to. For me, that's a punk. A punk, somebody who won't defend himself. The ego won't fight back. Why? When he see the end is near, he bail out. But you bad. I seen him. Yeah, I seen his ego get crushed, and he couldn't handle it. He could not handle it. Most embarrassing moment of my life is when that guy freaked out because we got caught selling drugs. Moving on, I want to get that story. They say that for Father's Day. I got you, dude. All right. I got to hit you. Come on, man. All right. But your ego won't be there in the end after you get it in trouble. After you got to pay the consequences for the actions the ego brought you on. Yeah. Right. Long as it's hard, it's all in. When he gets up, man, listen, you on your own. I'm good. Sound like a good friend, don't it? All right. But then that's the spiritual knowledge. When you understand that, you won't let your ego get you in trouble. That's my whole point. And I hear people say, you should go get people in prison. No. I want to get you to keep from going to prison. I want young people not to go through that damn situation. Why? It ain't easy for nobody. So if I can get you to avoid that, your life would be better without that prison step. I did mine. Okay, but I made sure my son didn't go to that nonsense. No, my man, that ain't what you want. Trust me. Trust me. Okay? And he did, and he's better for it. Parents, if we keep it honest with them, they'll trust us. And they benefit from what we're giving them, they'll believe and trust what we tell them, and they get better at doing it themselves. That's parenting. That's my son. Right here. When last time I gave you some advice, the last time I asked. So obviously he been doing fine on his own. He got it together. That's what parenting is all about. All right, let's go. Wrapping it up again. Appreciate you tuning in. But this is the whole part about spiritual growth. There's going to be some depth. When there's going to be improvement, there's going to be some stuff that you got to leave behind. Everybody can't take on responsibility and let them go. They want to hold on to this. They want to keep that. No. Divest yourself of all that. Okay, moving on. So that's called death. Start over again. I'm a Capricorn. We used to building, so it's not hard for me. Spiritual mastery. And that's the goal for all my right thinkers like me. You live by your spiritual truth. You prove them by living them. Not by talking about them, not by believing in them. No, by living them. My pastor, best friend, lived that Bible. I can't argue the fact why it works for him. I'm not going to try it. Why? It ain't my thing. I ain't got a problem with it. It ain't my thing. But it works for those who do it. I say in religion, if it's practiced right, understood correctly, it's the same thing in my philosophy. It'll get you to God. It'll get you to know yourself. He know God just like I do. And he was there before me. He's the face that made me comfortable when I got there. I'm in a strange place. My George said, ain't nothing like seeing the face of a good friend when you're somewhere new that you've never been. I ain't never been to God. He's been hanging around God for a long time. That's his specialty. All right, moving on. But spiritual truth. He took the Bible, spiritual truth, learned them, lived them, and manifested. Now he's a teacher. We do the prayer line every Wednesday. I just told him this morning. Hell of a lesson last night. That's what he do. Inspire, motivate, and help people. His way. I do the same thing. Okay? And again, I became a spiritual master after 30 years. 30 years of practicing, 30 years of studying, 30 years of gathering information, 30 years of practicing, implementing what I'm learning to see if it works. It do. After 30 years, I'm here to tell you, okay, it was all worth it. It works. That's why I'm here now, doing what I'm doing, okay? And God remember, God is spirit. God ain't man. God made man in his image. We misinterpret that and get it wrong. We're going to interpret God as man. Male, female, black, white, red. No! Sorry about that. But we get caught up in that argument. I find myself defending, but I know it'd be nonsense. So I had to entertain you. Are you not entertained? Yeah. But God is spirit. Spiritual knowledge is gaining knowledge of God. That's all it is. That's what it means. That's what it means. Believing in God don't mean a damn thing. Okay, that don't get you done. You got to have knowledge of him by having what? Your own experience with him. Meditating, I talk to and commune with him on a daily basis. Praying to him ain't the way to go. But the ego, which is the devil, is because the ego is in opposition to God, the higher self, the true self. So your lower nature is in problem with the higher nature. Higher nature going to stomp him out. That's what you got to do. And then he will know his place. Okay, down there. Devil, get behind me. All these philosophies, all this stuff that y'all said, dude, you really know what the hell they mean? I don't like frauds. And frauds is fake people pretending to be something they're not. That means you're fraud. You're role playing, okay? You're acting. Life ain't no goddamn star movie role. It's you doing it for real. And all that play acting, faking, don't get you nothing. Fake it till you make it. Yeah, make it right to your next reincarnating state. Why? Because you ain't gonna pass in this one. The devil is what? Material ignorance. Everything you want in this world is all for naught. And if you're living for that, you will be back here again. Why? You like it here. Obviously. you can't live without it. That's ignorance. But now, yeah, just like night represents ignorance. You can't see nothing in the night. Okay? But if it stayed night, would nothing get done? That's why the noon, would nothing happen. That's why Apophis wants night. Apophis represents night, ignorance, darkness, nothing happening. Ra, day represents what? We got something to do now. We got some stuff we can get done. We got sunlight, okay? So let there be light. That's knowledge to what? Better yourself. And you can serve what? You can't serve two masters. You either going to serve the ignorant self, you will serve your enlightened self. I choose to serve my enlightened self. I keep my ignorant self under my foot. My ego, I run him. He don't got no say. So I can say that. Can you? The ego is the devil in you. How much control does the ego have over you? Mine's got none. Zero. That's what I'm saying. Self-mastery. The ego have no say-so. So if the ego got 1%, you ain't 100% what? Master. So when I serve my ego self by what? Drug dealing, womanizing. And when I got to prison time for doing that, that was the reward for doing that. Oh, hell to the no. If my reward is being sat down, treated like an encaged animal, I don't want to play that game no more. When I come home, I tell my man, I'm done with this. Why? I know what my man. I know you got to be crazy. Okay, so I made that decision for myself. He do what he wanted to do. Didn't care. Okay, but I changed. You can too if you want to. I wanted to. Moving on. Why? The ego said we want better. Thank you. Now you with me. Okay, now. Okay, he along for the ride. He gonna fight for everything we trying to do right. That's where you want him. That's where you want the ego fighting for what's right. You fight. Just make him put in a position to fight for what's right, and that's you. Let me wrap it up. I see the clock. Ooh, man, I ain't know it would be that long. This is a good little lesson. I hope you're enjoying it. Let me wrap it up for you right now. Now that I serve my higher self, okay, I'm blessed, and I keep trying to explain to you. If things going your way on a daily basis, you're doing something right. Those are called blessings. I'm blessed daily. Sometimes I wonder, should I tell you that? But no, that's just the truth. That's a fact. I'm living a life that benefit me to what? Blessings in my life that I can every day account for what I'm doing, why I'm doing it. The rewards that I'm getting, what I'm doing, supersedes anything anybody can think, say, or feel as far as I'm concerned. So I do this for those who want to know what I'm doing. And I do it for you. Let me wrap it up for you right now. So because I'm serving my higher self, have been for a little while, I'm blessed daily. Again, and what? No. I'm trying to get others to what? Be blessed daily also. How? By practicing spiritual philosophy and obtaining spiritual enlightenment or self-mastery like me. It's a good life to live for yourself than anybody else. I'm personal with mine. You should be with yours too. Once you get it, you'll understand. Hope you enjoy the lesson. Right, thinkers. You know the deal. In closing, may you all live to be 100. Me, 100 miles a day. So I never know my right thinkers who understand spiritual growth comes with spiritual death and passed away. And when you grow spiritually, we don't pass away. We live for another day. I'm out.